I live in a small mountain town in Vermont. Population? Maybe 800 people. The kind of place where everyone knows everyone, where you can leave your door unlocked, where nothing bad ever happens. Or so I thought. I'm a trail runner. Have been for 5 years. There's this path that cuts through the forest behind my house. 3 miles long, mostly uphill, and I run it 4 times a week. Always around 7 p.m. after work. Always alone. Except for last Tuesday. Last Tuesday I brought my dog. Her name is Bella. She's a bloodhound. 6 years old. Normally she stays home because she's lazy, but that day, for reasons I still can't explain, I decided to bring her. That decision saved my life, because 2 men were waiting on that trail, and if Bella hadn't been there, I wouldn't be here telling you this. I'm 31 years old. I work as a medical technician at the local clinic, 9 to 5, nothing exciting. Running is how I decompress, how I clear my head after dealing with patients all day. The trail I run starts right at the edge of my property. I just walk through my backyard into the woods and I'm on it. Perfect. No driving. No parking fees. Just me and the forest. Last Tuesday was different though. I got home from work around 6:30, changed into my running clothes, and as I was heading out the back door, Bella looked up at me. She was lying on her bed in the kitchen, and she gave me this look, like she wanted to come. Normally I'd say no. She's old. She's slow, she pulls on the leash. But something made me say yes that day. I grabbed her leash, clipped it to her collar, and we headed out. We started walking first. Just a warm-up. 5 minutes of walking, then I'd start jogging. Bella was actually behaving, staying right by my side, not pulling at all. I was surprised. Maybe she'd matured in her old age. We started jogging at a slow pace, nothing crazy, and Bella kept up perfectly. We were about 15 minutes in, maybe a mile from my house, when it happened. Bella stopped, just froze mid-stride. I didn't notice at first. Kept jogging for a few more steps. Then I felt the leash go taut, pulling back. I stopped and turned around. Bella was standing completely still, looking behind us, back down the trail. Her ears were up, alert. I looked in the same direction. Didn't see anything at first. "Come on, girl," I said, trying to pull her forward. She wouldn't budge, just kept staring. Then I saw him, a man about 50 yards back, standing in the middle of the trail, just standing there, looking at us. I waved at him, tried to be friendly, figured he was waiting for us to move ahead. Some people don't like passing dogs. I pulled Bella again. She finally started moving, but she kept looking back. Twice, 3 times, like she didn't trust him. I thought she was being paranoid. We kept jogging. Maybe a minute passed. Then Bella stopped again. This time she was looking ahead, and she started barking. Loud, aggressive barking that I'd never heard from her before. I looked up. Another man, walking toward us. Slowly. I waved at him too. He didn't wave back. I stopped jogging, stood still, held Bella close. "She's friendly," I called out, but my voice came out shakier than I intended. The man kept walking, but the closer he got, the slower he walked. When he was maybe 20 feet away, he stopped, just stood there, staring at me. That's when Bella turned around and started barking behind us again. I turned. The first man, the one who'd been behind us, was maybe 10 feet away now, walking toward us, slowly, deliberately. My heart dropped into my stomach. I knew something was wrong. Very, very wrong. There were only seconds between that realization and what happened next. I heard footsteps behind me, fast crunching on the gravel, and then rough, calloused hands clamped around my ribs, crushing the air out of my lungs. The pressure was immediate and suffocating. I couldn't expand my chest to breathe. His forearms were pressing into my breasts, pinning my arms uselessly to my sides. I tried to scream, but only a strangled wheeze came out. I could feel his breath on my neck, hot, wet, coming in short bursts, and the smell hit me. Cigarettes, cheap whiskey, and something else. Body odor that smelled like he hadn't showered in days. The weight of him was crushing. My ribs felt like they were bending inward. Panic flooded my brain. I couldn't think, couldn't move. Couldn't do anything. The man in front started running toward me, and that's when I saw his face clearly for the first time. Mid-40s, unshaven, cold, flat eyes. But what I'll never forget is the scar. A long, jagged scar running from his left eyebrow down to his cheekbone. And he was smiling. Not a friendly smile. A predatory smile. Like he'd done this before. Then he spoke. His voice was calm. Almost casual. You run this trail every Tuesday, don't you? My blood turned to ice. They'd been watching me. For weeks. Maybe months. Waiting. Planning. Then Bella went insane. Her barking turned to something primal. Growling, snarling, a sound I'd never heard any dog make. She lunged at the man holding me and sank her teeth into his calf. Deep. I felt his body jerk. Felt his grip falter. The man screamed a high-pitched, genuine scream of pain, and his arms loosened around me. I stumbled forward, gasping for air, my ribs aching, my legs nearly giving out beneath me. The second man, the one with the scar, stopped running. He was only 5 feet away now, close enough that I could see the tattoo on his neck. A snake coiled around a dagger. Bella wouldn't let go of the first man's leg. He was screaming, kicking at her with his free leg, trying to shake her off. But she held on like her life depended on it. Maybe it did. Maybe both our lives did. I didn't think. Just ran. Ran back down the trail as fast as my legs would carry me. My lungs burning. My heart hammering so hard I thought it would burst, the sound of my own ragged breathing filling my ears. Behind me, I heard Bella snarling, then her paws hitting the ground. She'd let go. She was running after me. We ran together, side by side, until we burst through the tree line into my backyard. I got inside, slammed the door, locked it with shaking hands, and immediately checked Bella for injuries. She was panting hard, tongue hanging out, but there wasn't a scratch on her. Not a single scratch. I called the police, my hand shaking so badly I could barely hold the phone. Told them everything. The men. The ambush. What he said. They came within 40 minutes. Not 20. 40. The dispatcher had told me 20, but it felt like hours. When they finally arrived, they took my statement, asked a lot of questions. Some I could answer. Some I couldn't. Did I get a good look at their faces? Yes. One of them. Could I describe them? The scar. The tattoo. Mid-40s. Maybe 5'10". The officer taking notes kept nodding, but I could tell he was skeptical. And you said they spoke to you? Yes. He said I run this trail every Tuesday. The officer paused, looked up at me. How would he know that? I don't know. That's what I'm telling you. They've been watching me. He wrote something down. Didn't comment. They searched the trail with flashlights. Took almost an hour. Came back empty-handed. We found some footprints near where you said it happened, one officer said. Boot prints. But they're pretty degraded. A lot of foot traffic on this trail. Can you get anything from them? He hesitated. We'll try, but I wouldn't count on it. Before they left, the officer who'd taken my statement pulled me aside. Ma'am, I believe something happened to you out there, but without more evidence, there's only so much we can do. I nodded. Didn't know what else to say. He gave me his card, told me to call if anything else happened. Then they left, and I was alone again. The next few days were the worst. I called in sick to work Wednesday, then Thursday, then Friday. My supervisor was understanding at first, then concerned, then annoyed. I went back on Monday, but I couldn't focus. Every sound made me jump. Every man who walked past the clinic made my heart race. On Tuesday, I had my first panic attack. I was restocking supplies in one of the exam rooms when I heard footsteps in the hallway. Heavy, deliberate. My chest tightened. I couldn't breathe. I backed into the corner of the room. Hands shaking, vision tunneling. It was just Dr. Reynolds, coming to check on a patient. He found me on the floor, hyperventilating. He called my supervisor. She sent me home, told me to take the rest of the week off, see someone. So I did. My therapist is nice. She listens. She validates. She says what I'm feeling is normal. PTSD, anxiety, hypervigilance. She prescribed medication. It helps a little, but it doesn't stop the nightmares. And it doesn't stop me from jumping every time Bella barks at nothing. Because she does that now. She'll be lying on the couch, completely calm, and then suddenly she'll jump up and bark at the window, or the door, or the hallway, at nothing. At least, nothing I can see. Last week, something happened that made it worse. I found a note. It was slipped under my front door sometime during the night. No envelope, just a folded piece of paper. The paper was plain white printer paper, slightly crumpled, like it had been carried in someone's pocket. I opened it with shaking hands. The handwriting was blocky. All capitals, written in black ink. It said, "Next time, don't bring the dog." I dropped it like it had burned me. Called the police. They came, bagged it as evidence. The same officer from before looked at it, read it, looked at me. This time he didn't look skeptical. He looked worried. "Ma'am," he said carefully, "I think you should consider staying somewhere else for a while." Like where? A friend's house, a family member's, somewhere they don't know about. I told him I'd think about it, but where would I go? My parents are dead. I don't have siblings. My closest friend lives 2 hours away. And what if they follow me? What if leaving makes it worse? So I stayed, installed a security system, cameras on every door, motion sensors in the yard, alarms on all the windows. It cost me $2,000 I didn't have, but I thought it would help me sleep. It didn't, because 3 nights ago I was lying in bed around 2 a.m. when I heard Bella growl. Low, continuous. She was standing at my bedroom window, staring out into the darkness. I got up, looked out the window. Nothing, just the backyard, the tree line, the empty trail beyond. But Bella kept growling. So I pulled up the security camera footage on my phone, rewound to 2 minutes earlier, and I saw it, a figure, standing at the edge of the tree line, just standing there, facing the house. I couldn't make out details. Too dark, too far away, but they stood there for almost 3 minutes, just watching. Then they turned and walked back into the forest. I called the police again. They came, searched the property, found partial boot prints in the dirt near the tree line, tried to get a cast, couldn't get a clean impression. The officer, a different one this time, told me honestly, "Without more to go on, we can't do much." I asked him what I should do. He looked uncomfortable. Honestly, move, as soon as you can. So I'm trying. I called my friend Sarah, asked if I could stay with her for a while. She said yes. Of course. I'm supposed to drive there this weekend. Pack up Bella and some clothes and just go. But last night, Sarah called me. Her voice was shaking. "There's a truck parked across the street from my house," she said. "It's been there for 2 hours. Dark blue. No plates visible." My stomach dropped. "Did you call the police?" "They came. The truck left right before they got here." "Sarah, I'm so sorry. It's not your fault. But maybe you shouldn't come here yet. Not until this is over." I told her I understood. We hung up, and I sat in my living room, staring at nothing, realizing something. They're not just watching me. They're watching everyone I talk to, everyone I might run to. They're isolating me, making sure I have nowhere to go. And the scariest part? I don't think they want to hurt me. Not yet. I think they want me to know they can. Anytime they want. That I'm not in control. They are. This morning my phone buzzed. A notification. New login detected on your account. Location unknown. Device unknown. I changed my password. Enabled 2-factor authentication. But it doesn't matter. They've already proven they can get to me. Whenever they want. Wherever I go. And now, every time Bella stops suddenly during a walk, even just around the block, even in broad daylight, I don't just wonder if they're watching. I know they are, because the note didn't say if. It said next time. That's not a threat. It's a promise. And I'm starting to realize they don't want me dead. They want me scared. They want me isolated. They want me to know that no matter where I run, no matter who I turn to, no matter how many locks I install or cameras I set up, they're always going to be there, watching, waiting, in control, and there's nothing I can do to stop them.